everyone, here I am Vadir Sagar. Welcome to the part number 11 of the present chapter number 2. The title of the chapter is Electrostatic Potential and Capacitance. So this is the time when justifying the second topic of our title, which is capacitors and capacitance. Today we just see what exactly meaning of capacitor and capacitance. If you at the end of the story or at the end of this video, if you understand this, what the basically difference between capacitor and capacitance, then it is a successful of this my effort. So let's start without wasting time. Capacitor and capacitance, that is one typical diagram of the capacitor. Basically the capacitor is the two conductor plate we have. You have to take this green two conductor plate, it should be conductor, and that conductor in between you have to fill insulating material, that is your separated by the insulating material, and that insulating material is nothing but the dielectric, which we seen in earlier part. What is a dielectric material? It is a non-conducting material, it means insulating material that they have to fill. And we seen in the part number 10, I will mention the description, I will mention that link for the part number 10, so you may aware about what exactly meaning of the dielectrics and how it will be polarized for the applying the electric field. So here this exact the inside what we are cancelling the dipoles, but the at the terminal side only that rest of the positive and negative terminal it can be staying, and it generate the charge density. They are the now these charges are on the plates. The separation of one of the plate is positive and one of the plate is negative. The separations of charge by the dielectric material on the conducting surfaces, that is called capacitor. Okay, yet I am not deliver any kind of information regarding the capacitance. Okay, I will. The conductor is have a charge. The conductor is a charge on each plate Q1 and Q2. The conductor has charge Q1 and Q2 and potential are V1 and V2 on the respective plates. Then the potential difference between two plates is nothing but the V1 minus V2 between them. Yes, this one. And Q is called the charge of the capacitance through, in fact it is the charge on one of the conductors. So total charge of the capacitor is 0. That is very important thing, because the charge on the one side, on the charge on another side is plus and minus. So it has charges on respective plates, but the total charge of the system will be 0 because the sum of it will be 0. So this is what the basically in general the capacitor you are seeing in your day-to-day lives. The few of our you already may seen, this is exact capacitor diagrams, and this is helpful to understand where in the circuitry the capacitance is helpful. So yes, for the deriving this capacitor and capacitance scenario, we know that E is proportional to Q. What is the formula for the E? E is equal to KQ by R square. So that it's proportional to the Q. So potential of also it's proportional to the Q. So the V is potential of the capacitor and Q is the potential, the charge of the capacitor. Then if we reverse it, Q is proportional V, yes, is okay now. Then this, if you want to remove the proportionality sign, you have to put one constant, and that constant is a capacitor constant, we are putting C. So Q is equal to CV, which is very important equations in the after the anywhere you are going in the field of electricity. So finally we reaches to the one constant, which is C is equal to Q by V, and that C is named as capacitance of capacitor, which has charge Q and potential is V. Is it okay? The constant C is called as capacitance. So now that what device you have is named as capacitor, but how much it has capacity, that is called capacitance. Capacitor is the word comes via capacity of storage. So capacity and storage, so capacitor. The word capacitor, it is a mean capacity to store charge. What is the verb function of the capacitor? The verb function of the capacitor is to store charge. Why? You will understand in the higher studies. The C is now independent to the Q and V because C is constant for the every capacitors. Any capacitor you brought from the your cells or bazaar, you have to say give me this much Faraday, or that may you aware about after the flu slide. This much rated capacitor give me. So this C you are asking. The capacitance C is not depends on Q and V, it depends on only the geometry of the capacitor. It means size, shape and separation between two conducting plate. This one, how much separated, how much slides are separated. Okay, this SI unit of the capacitor is 1 Faraday. So the unit of capacitance is 1 Faraday. Actually unit is coulomb per volt. How? Because C is equal to Q by V. Just we seen earlier that coulomb, or it means charge we can measure in terms of coulomb, potential in terms of volt. So the one micro, the capacitance is going into the 1 microfarad, 1 Faraday sorry, is equal to coulomb per volt. So the finally the SI unit of the capacitor is 1 micro, 1 Faraday is equal to coulomb per volt, otherwise coulomb volt inverse. Capacitance is symbolically shown as such kind of diagram. It means in a first diagram is first symbol we used for the fixed capacitor, and second symbol we used in a circuitry when we are drawing the circuit diagrams, normal circuit diagrams. We use second kind of symbols when we have variable capacitors. Okay, that we are aware about the fixed and variable. Suppose for a large capacitance we want, what is the formula for the C is equal to Q by V. This is new for you, fit it in your brain. Q by V. If you want C more, then what you can do, you can reach your Q highest and then you can able to reach V as low as possible. So V is small for the given Q, so the Q is fixed because number of charge in the system will be fixed, then the V only can be variable. This means a capacitor with the capacity can hold large amount of Q with a relatively small as possible voltage. This is of practically importance. High potential difference if you are apply, as possible potential you are applying, that is good for the capacitor. But if your potential is very high, implies the strong electric field inside the capacitors. And that strong electric field inside the capacitors, a strong electric field can be ionized, and this is strong electric field is ionize the surrounding air and accelerate the charge, so produce the opposite charges are inside the capacitors, and their opposite charges are the neutralize the charge on the capacitors. And once the charge which is inside the capacitors is neutralized, so they are the nullifying the potential which are stored on surfaces. Okay, so that's why you have to apply less as possible potential. And in the other word, the charge of the capacitors is leak away from the reduction of the insulating powers, and this inverting effect will be produced. So this is not good when we apply the potential very high for the capacitance kind of things. The maximum electric field at the dielectric medium, it is a maximum up to which the maximum potential we apply to the dielectric. Actually we are applying the potential to the dielectric material which we filled inside the capacitor of the two plate. Can we withstand to the breakdown is called dielectric strength. Let me explain. You have one capacitor, inside you fill the dielectric material. and we are applying the voltage 1 volt, 10 volt, 15 volt, 20 volt, 15, 16 volt. See, once we are start to, your mind should be in your with the my voice. When we are start to applying electric field, as we seen in the 10th part, the dielectric material is gets ionized. It means it's aligned, start to align, and it's ionized also. So that two plates are now onwards actually they start to charge. It means their charge density is going to be increased. So it will be increase electric field. We are apply up to what limit it can be stand as it is as a charge maximum. If the one limit once comes and they produce that much electric field inside the capacitance, there the dielectric materials lose their property, which is the insulating property. That is called dielectric strength, up to which it can survive in terms of voltage. If one material, dielectric material, you have ceramic or that is there is number of kind of dielectric materials survive, because the general non-conducting materials are you can take as a dielectric material, but not all those are can be ionized, that can be polarized also, only those. Yes, so that dielectric material, if you feel and applying the voltage, what till it surviving to this breakdown, that is your dielectric strength of that material. The air, if the two plate you have and the dielectric material, the air is dielectric material. Why? Because air is the non-conducting material, and then if you nothing you are filling with this two plate inside, nothing you are feel, then air is exist, then the air, when we are applying the field to the plates, capacitor plates, then the air is gets ionized, because air is having H2, O2 and all that. They are the now polarized, plus and minus on the side, respective sides. Once the things is happen, it is stand up to this kind of separations is still, it can be stands to 3 into 10 to the power 3 is equal 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 volt per meter. If we have 1 meter separation between two plates, then the air can stand as it is in the polarized in the state 3 into 10 to the power 6 volt, and that is huge number. આટલા બધા વોલ્ટેજ લાવવા બી વેરી ટફ છે. 10 to the power 6 વોલ્ટ, 230ની તમારા ઘરે સપ્લાય લાઈન આવે, સો એમાંથી 10 to the power 6 વોલ્ટ કેન નોટ બી પોસિબલ. So if we reduce your 1 meter separations of the plate of the capacitor to the 1 centimeter, then it will be 10 to the power 4 still. If you have just a two capacitor plate, that what we seen earlier, two plate, that two plate if we are taking, then it is separate by the 1 centimeter between the, then still air is present. Then if you want to break down the air and the light is passed through it, because see, the two plates are conducting, but vacche kasun nathi, it means they are the non-conducting material, so the light cannot pass or the electrons cannot pass through that party to this plate to this plate. Why? Because the in between the non-conducting material, up to what voltage, up to what force you are forcing this electron, so it will be jump from the one plate to the another plate. This is called actual breakdown, and this is called dielectric strength of the material. So air can survive up to 3 into 10 to the power 6 when we separated at the meter. If we are separated at the 1 centimeter, then 2 power will reduce, then 10 to the power 4, 3 into 10 to the power 4 voltage. It means 3000, it means 30,000 volt you have to apply, then air will be breakdown. Thus the capacitor to store a large amount of charge without leaking, its capacitance should be high enough so that the potential difference and hence dielectric do not exceed the breakdown limit. So capacitance should be high enough, so there can be not exceeding the limit of what we have. In practice, the unit of the capacitance we seen a Faraday, which is a actually very high unit, high order unit. That we have general units which is 1 microfarad. That's why I'm saying microfarad. This is the 1 microfarad is nothing but 10 to the power minus 6. Micro means 1 nanofarad 10 to the power minus 9. 1 picofarad, pico, this is what pico, 10 to the power minus 12 farad. Is it okay? 10 to the power minus 6, 10 to the power minus 9, 10 to the power minus 12. So this is what exactly meaning of the capacitor and capacitance. Capacitor is the device and capacitance is C is equal to Q by V, and this is the unit of Faraday, then microfarad, nanofarad and picofarad. A parallel plate capacitor consisting of two large parallel plates. Now we seen particular kind of capacitor. This is a very important or most IMP topic for the exam point of view, the parallel plate capacitor. That two plate conducting plate, this is 1 and this is 2. If we are applying electric field, they are the ionized on the respective sides. This is positively charged ionized plate, negatively charged ionized plate. They are separated by the d distance. Is it okay? The area of this plate is area A. This is called region number 1, this is called region number 2, and this is an intermediate region between the plates. This is written the surface charge density sigma. On the surface of this is the surface charge. This is the surface charge density sigma, and this is the minus sigma. Is it okay? This is a clear from this what the figure tells us. This is the a parallel plate capacitor of the two charged parallel condition plates separated by the small distance. Yes. We first take intermediate medium between the plates are vacuum. It means the air also are not be there. Nothing is there in between. Then what happen? The effect of dielectric medium between the plates is discussed in the next section. In the next section, let A, what is A? Let A is the area of the plate, D is the separation between them, and the respective plates are the charge by the Q and minus Q. That is introduction part of the further discussion. And this is what I am taking from the chapter number first, the field on uniform charge infinitesimal plates, plane plates. So we have a one plane plates. Na capacitor is made up of two plates, conducting plates. That what electric field it can be. This is what electric field we already seen in first chapter. So E is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. The charge density we know on the how much it will be. So the electric field on one of the plate is E is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. This is the reference of the reference we taking from the first chapter. This is not in our theory. This is continue part of this what that earlier slide to this. The D is the smaller than the dimension of the plates. Actually, for the our drawing point of view, we are draw in this way. But actually, the plate separation between two plate is very small in a mm's and particular in the centimeter. But the plate size area which is very high. This length of the plate is very high. So this is the, so here we are the field, electric field. So as we seen in the previous slide, the electric field by the infinitesimal plates is the sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. So using this, we know the what is the charge density on it. It is a Q by A. That is a very simple. Now you may aware about the continuous charge density, that topic. This is a surface. So this is where we are using the surface charge density sigma. Sigma is A by Q by A, sorry. Then here we have a three region. Let me introduce the three region. This is a region 1, this is a region 2, and this is a region number 3. That is called in between the two plates inside the capacitor. That is 1. So let me find outer region 1 of the capacitor. There we want to find electric field. So the electric field in the outer region, electric field on one plate is sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. That we are aware about from the previous slide. The electric field on the second plate is also depends on the charge density, and 2 upon sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. One is positive and one is negative due to the negative charge on it. So the total is going to be 0. So this is the electric field on the one of the plates, but ultimately it's going to be 0. Then same for the outer region on the second side is also going to be 0. No need to explain again and again. This is going to be 0. Now it's the main task is here. The electric field inside the capacitor. So the electric field inside the capacitor of the 1 and 2, the electric field in the two sides are just simply add. So this is 1 and 2 plates, 2 electric fields. So this is a electric field on the one of the plates is sigma upon epsilon 0. Sigma upon epsilon 0, the half goes to be full. So sigma upon only epsilon 0. There is no 2 because the addition. And sigma already we know, which is Q upon A. So the sigma is going to be Q upon A. So the finally the electric field inside the capacitor is Q upon epsilon 0 A. This is fixed for you now. What are the formulas we seen yet? C is equal to Q by V, and here electric field inside the capacitor E is equal to Q upon epsilon 0 A. Please fit in your brain. Here we have general E is equal to KQ by R square, general equations of the electric field. So that R square we reduces to the R into R, then the KQ upon R is going to be KQ upon R is goes to be potential. So I can write V is equal to ER, but in our case this R is goes to D, because here we don't have a distance R, here we have separation D. So the V is equal to ED from this equation. So the V is equal to E, already we know E is the electric field inside the capacitor, which is Q upon epsilon 0 A. So the potential of the capacitor is QD upon epsilon 0 A. Then using this QD upon epsilon 0 A, see, if we bring the V on this side and epsilon 0 A and D on this side, so the Q by V arrange in such a way, so the Q by V is nothing but the C. Are you getting? Please see by the pausing the video, you will get every steps I am represent here. So epsilon 0 A by D is the nothing but the C. This is the C is nothing but the capacitance of the capacitor is equal to epsilon 0 A by D, where A epsilon 0 is the permittivity of the space, which is 8.85 10 to the minus 12 something, and A is the area of the plates, one of the plate, not all, both for, and D is the separation between two plates. Is it okay? So now our capacitance is depends on not only on the Q by Q and V, now onwards it depends on the shape, size and geometry of the capacitance. So A and D is nothing but the geometry point of view, which aspected as a depends only on the geometry also. Suppose A is 1 meter plate, 1 meter square plate. Are you able to judge it? Yes, 1 meter on the length, 1 meter on the breadth, so that much huge plate, another huge 1 meter plates, and they two plates are separated by the 1 mm. 1 mm is a very tiny thing, huh? Then what capacitor you can able to bring? This is a C is equal to epsilon 0 A by D. So this is a epsilon 0, this is A, and this is D. So this epsilon 0 is 8.85 10 to the minus 12. A is equal to 1 meter square and D is 1 mm to goes into the 10 to the minus 3 in a meter. So the answer is 8.85 10 to the power minus 9 Faraday, and minus 9 is nothing but the nano. So what is the mean? Even though you have 1 meter huge plate capacitors, you can generate 1 nanofarad. Now you may feel how much big Faraday unit is. If using the 1 meter plate, using just 1 meter plate, we can just generate the nanofarad capacitance. Then if we want 1 Faraday capacitor, then how much huge plates needed? Let us see. This is so the 1 Faraday is the very too big unit in the practice. So if we want to find 1 Faraday capacitor, then how much huge plate area needed? So the A is needed. So the C is equal to epsilon 0 A by D to reduces to A is equal to C upon epsilon 0. This is not needed to explain for the 12th standard student how it comes. Obviously the C is 1 Faraday we needed, D we know, epsilon 0 we know, 10 to the power 9 meter square, and 10 to the power minus 9 meter square if we reduces to the, it is approximately 30 kilometer. Let me explain you. If you want 1 Faraday capacitor, then you need approximately 30 kilometer huge plates and 2 plates, 30 kilometer 2 plates. They 2 plates are separated by the 1 mm, and then you can able to make it 1 Faraday capacitor. That is that much huge, and this is not commercially. So that's why the Faraday is a very big unit. This is 3 kilometer, and this is, yes, I am representing here because we seen in the part 10 for the I am introducing the dielectrics. Inside this I am using this. Actually this is the actual diagram of the capacitors and the symbol of capacitor also, 2 plates and like that. So now you may aware what exactly I represent earlier. Thank you very much. Please show some love on this video, because if you are reflecting any kind of feedbacks, then it's always inspiring to the speaker. Any like, any comments, any confusion, anything, but just you have to reflect to this or feedback to this video. Thank you very much.